It's gonna sink a little faster. That's fish. Got it. There we go. Very first cast. There we go. Oh, he stole my worm. What is this? Just a little guy. That's literally first cast out there. That is so sick. On the junior-sized little lunker dog there. I'm trying to focus on swim baits today, but I couldn't not just take one cast in there with the little junior lunker log. Just casted it out there, pretty much first twitch of that little bait. And this little guy just absolutely killed it. Number one on the day. Just a nice healthy little guy. Let's get him back. All right, number one of the day, nothing much, but still a cool little catch on that little lunker log. Let's get him back. All right, guys, so cool little fish there on the lunker log. I just got these kind of junior-sized 4-inch lunker logs not too long ago, and I had to try them out. In a small pond like this, just a smaller little stick bait, Senko-style lure should absolutely destroy them. And obviously, one cast in there, and he cranked it. Let's get back in there. We'll see. That's a nice cast out there. I'm still not quite sure if they're up shallow or if they're a little bit deeper, just because. Oh, there's fish. He's still got it. Got him. Oh, it was not very big. I had him for a second, but I was just saying I'm not sure if these fish are just a little deeper today, just because we have been getting a little bit of rain. A lot of times they go out a little deeper, but it's also been getting quite a bit cooler. So I figured that maybe some of these fish are going to be up shallow feeding up, and now I've also gotten a few bites up shallow, as well as the one fish and a few bites out in some deeper water. So, and I am fish on right now. Got him. Another not so big one. Oh, that's a nice jump. Oh, he is fighting though. Dang, this guy's pulling. Look at this guy run with it. Not a very big fish. Probably around the same size as that first one. Maybe just a little bit bigger. But I'll take it. That was so sick. Now, I'm still not quite sure if they're up shallow or out deep, because I've been kind of getting bites in both places. But wow, did he crank that all the way down there? Nice, solid, healthy little largemouth on that wacky rig. Let's get him back. All right, guys, number two on the day. Not a whole lot better, but super hard fighting fish. And sick little eat right in front of that grass line. Let's get him back. Just throw him right back in there. I've been kind of getting a few bites out deep, a few bites up shallow. So I'm not quite sure if at least some of these fish seem to be kind of shallower, feeding up on bait fish, maybe a little bit more aggressive. And a few of them seem to be out just a little bit deeper, as well as just kind of in some deeper water, maybe still in that summer kind of mode, not in that fall transition. But they're just eating this little 4-inch Googan baits, lunker log, black and red flake color. Got a few big swim baits tied on, which I will throw maybe as it gets a little bit later. Maybe these fish will start to be coming up a little bit shallower. Maybe I can pick off a nice one, but let's get back in there and get on another one. That's a fish. Another one. Got him. That's a little bit better. At least he's fighting good. No, he's about the same size. Sick little jump there, though. Wow, let's get him up out of this grass. He's just digging. These fish are fighting super, super hard. Wow, he is all in that grass. Get up here, buddy. Get up here, buddy. There we go. Not a bad little fish there. Just cranked it. I mean, that is like, what, 2-3 casts after I caught that last little fish there? And they're just cranking this. I do have, like I said, some big swim baits tied up that I will throw. But I think I'm going to make at least just a quick round of this pond, throwing some slower moving baits like this wacky rig, maybe even something like a jig on the bottom, because they're just cranking it. Let's get him back. Number 3 little guy. Let's throw him right back in there. Another super, super hard fighting fish. Coming kind of right out of this matted grass, as you can see all over my line right now. But number 3 on the day. Let's take a quick round with some slow moving baits, and they're definitely on the definitely being aggressive today. Let's get back in there. All right, now that I've kind of caught a few fish, I feel a little bit more comfortable in kind of telling you what the pattern is. And what it seems to be is whether you're casting, there's another fish, another one. Got him, got him. Oh my God, it is instant. That was next cast. And these fish are fighting so dang hard. Let's get up here. Dude, I mean, we've definitely found a pattern. There's no doubt about that. Another little squeak, but let's get him back and I'll tell you a little bit more about what I'm doing here. All right, another little dinky guy right there, but I'll take him. Throw him right back in there, but well, I definitely have figured out a pattern today. I was kind of expecting to come out here and throw some moving baits, some swim baits, maybe some crankbaits, some topwater, which still might work super well, something I'll try out, but I figured I'd throw just a little slow moving bait out there for a minute. Since I haven't been here in a while, I don't quite know if they're gonna be feeding up, but it seems like there are just a lot of hungry fish in this pond going after a slow moving presentation like this. I'm pretty much finding this matted grass that's on top, which you guys can probably just see a little bit of kind of right there around these corners. And whether I'm casting in the middle or up shallow, I'm just finding little patches of matted grass. And even if I'm just 5 feet off of it, they seem to be really hanging around it. Not big bites so far, but I mean, just aggressive and super hard fighting fish. It's nice, healthy, kind of fall transition bass. You can definitely tell that they're feeding up and kind of getting ready for the kind of colder weather to come. I'm just gonna cast it out, maybe 10 feet. And then just slowly reel that bait in to right up shallow where I think there's gonna be one. That's a bite. He's off with it. Oh my God, come on, take it, take it, take it. Got him, got him. Oh, get out of that, get out of there. Oh, that was so sick. God, it is another like around the same size, just a little guy. But that was so sick. I'm at a spot where I always see a ton of fish and catch a ton right on this little kind of laydown right here. And I had pitched in there and wow, he was not even hooked, just pressure holding that fish in. He ran right into the brush pile, and lucky enough I got him out. Another little dinker, but we made our way around halfway around this pond, so we're just gonna be kind of taking kind of high percentage casts with this bait until we make it back around, and I'll work around with that big swim bait. All right, number 5 on the day already. Seemed like there were a ton of fish right in that first corner, and then it slowed down just a bit, and I mean, I didn't get any bites for maybe 25 feet of bank, which is still not a very large area, but the bites weren't coming in as steadily as they were right in that first cove. But of course, on a little brush pile, you got to take at least a few casts because there's gonna be some fish. There we go, nice cast. Yep, that was such a good cast, and there's a fish on there. Oh my God, he dropped it. He's taking it again. He has got it. Letting him run with it. Got him. Come on, little putty. Come on, that was such a good cast. That was such a good cast. There couldn't not have been a fish right there. And another just guy that is digging. Wow, he was exactly where I should have been. I made such a good cast right in between two little logs. And again, another one, not even hooked. Just pressure holding that fish in. All right, we're making our way around this pond. I only have just a little bit of bank left. So I'm definitely gonna kind of switch up to something slightly different for some bigger fish. But I mean, I'll take it. After not being at this pond very many times over the last couple of weeks here, it seems like these fish are just fired up combined with the fact that it is kind of getting cooler to that fall transition. And they're small, but it's a fun little day, even when I'm catching some small ones. Obviously, we're gonna target that bigger one. We're gonna throw some kind of more exciting baits, but there's another fish. I had to at least get this out of my system, get on a few little fish in these shallow areas. Oh, and I'm just getting destroyed out there. I mean, it's pretty much instant. He's on it. He's on it. Oh, jeez. Just took my worm too. Anyway, I'm gonna get rigged back out there. This is definitely a pretty fun day. And let's get on some more fish. Oh, this pearl, oh, that is so sick. Does he still have it? Does he still? That was so cool. I am using this. I just switched up to a slightly different bait. It's a similar size. He's got it. Oh my God, he was destroying it. He was running with it. That was a terrible hook set. Oh my God, he's got it. That's a decent fish too. Got it. Oh my God, that was so cool. Not that decent. Probably about the same size as the other ones. Get up here, buddy. But I switched up to just a slightly different color and a slightly different bait with this drag and drop, because I wanted something with just a little bit more natural color. And I was going through those little lunker logs like crazy, but I switched up to a bait with a pearl side, and even out in the middle, I could see that bait kind of twitching along because the reflection that you get off of that pearl side, and then all of a sudden it disappeared. This guy ate it like 3 or 4 times. Let's get him back. What is that, number 6 or 7 already? Not even been that long. All right, there he goes. Another one out towards that middle. Let's get on some bigger ones now. That's another fish. Got it. Oh my God. That's literally next cast. That is next cast. That is just crazy. Skiing him in. A little guy, probably one of the smaller ones of the day. But, I mean, that's next cast after with this little drag and drop. I mean, albeit a tiny little fish, but they're just on it today. Another little guy. Let's get him back. Throw him right over those reeds. And trust me, I am making my way back to my my other gear, but it is just that instant trying to getting on these fish. I really want to throw that big swim bait, throw some of the other glide baits that I also have tied on, but I'm just taking a few casts along the way, and it's just instant. Let's get back in there. Oh, that's a fish. Got it. That was sick. Sight fish that guy. Number 9 or 10 there. There he goes. 3, 2, 1. And there's a fish. Oh my God, dude. That was crazy. I literally called him. The bite is just so stupid. I mean, that is just crazy. Nice little fish too. Let's get him back. All right, guys, that is insane. The bite is so stupid right now. With the little wacky rig, I can call my fish now. Let's get him back. There he goes. That was cool. All right, guys, it has been quite a bit since my last fish catch. I kind of played around with the swim bait. Actually, 3 separate swim baits. A big swim bait that I have right here. A little Weston soft plastic swim bait, a little Guggen Contender glide bait, as well as a 3.3-inch saucy swimmer. And I did not get a single bite on any of those 3 baits. Switched up to the little wacky rig there for just the last 5 minutes, but after all of those bites, I could literally call my fish for the first maybe 20-30 minutes, in which I got on probably 10 or 11 decent sized, well, albeit pretty small, dinky little bass. But they were just aggressive. And I'm sure if I kept with that wacky rig, I would have caught even more, a bunch more probably. But that bite just absolutely shut off when I started throwing some of those moving baits. I got a few follows on that big swim bait with the amount of drawing power that it has, but I didn't get any kind of clear-cut strikes from anything that was really going to get hooked from it. But wow, I kind of wish I would have kept throwing that wacky rig. Obviously, I want to switch things up. I want to get the chance to maybe catch something a little bit bigger, but that just goes to show, if you find a pattern that is working, even if it's not catching the size of fish that you want, keep throwing it, and there might be a chance you'll get on a big fish. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Kind of interesting, going from really an insane day of numbers in the first 20 minutes, maybe 10 or 11 bass. I could literally call my fish to then no bites, not seeing anything, not getting any bites, not catching anything. But anyway, that's how fishing goes sometimes. I'll be back out at this pond. I'll be back out around this area. And I got a few more videos coming up in the near future for you guys that I just have not edited yet. Really thank you guys for the support. I'll see you guys in the next one.